Hi guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I build my Dirty Dervish. So the Dirty Dervish is the board I use to test out new prototypes and just play around with. We're going to be testing out two new products on this board today, and that's going to be our very new 12S pack. That's right, this is 12 cells at 5200 milliamp hours. It's very small, very compact. It's about 260 watt hours. And we're also going to be testing out some hub motors. Now these are 95 kV motors and they're 83 millimeters. They go really fast on 12S, but you'll see a video of that soon. So for a prototype, I obviously don't mount it super clean. I don't have that much of a case for it. I just pretty much attach it onto the board and go. Now, how am I going to attach it onto this board? Well, let's start off with the battery pack. So getting all of this out of the way. Since the 12S battery pack is pretty small, I'm going to mount it somewhere near the front. And I'm going to tape on these leads so they don't move around too much. So, somewhere down here. This one too. So that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab some Velcro. Now this is industrial strength Velcro. You do not want to go cheap with the Velcro, even though it is just temporary and for prototyping. Make sure you center it. All right. Make sure you get a good hold on there. So now, picks your board right up. All right. So battery's on. Next thing, gonna go ahead and attach the power switch. Now on the power switch, I have already gone and soldered on an LCD screen that reads 12S batteries. So all I have to do is connect it. And to make sure it's working, looks good. Now the fun part, the ESC. I have a twin motor ESC. So one ESC for two motors. I'm gonna go ahead and put on our new hub motors first so I can see where the wires land. Now, these hub motors, they have a little grub screw, and you needed to go ahead and pre-drill holes on your trucks. Now I have two of them, so I did pre-drill these holes already. We'll show you guys a sneak peek of a board. Alright. So you gotta make sure everything lines up. These hub motors are pretty cool. So they fit on most Paris trucks. Now, when you're gonna put this on your build, you wanna go ahead and make sure you put Loctite on everything. Loctite is very important on these builds because there's lots of vibrations going on. You don't want anything coming off during your ride. For now, I'm just going to make sure these are very tight because this is not permanent. I'm only going to have maybe 2 or 3 runs with these motors, and then I got a few others to test out. Now, same deal with the other side. Make sure you line up the motors. Now, even after you've put on the grub screw, you still need to go ahead and put on the wheel nut. Alright. So now that I know how far my motor wires go, I can go ahead and see where my ESC is going to go. I'm just going to go ahead and hook them up really quick. All right. Now my ESC is landing right about here. Gonna get some Velcro on that as well. Now for those of you that haven't been to the website recently, I am making a new ESC that is gonna be a 12S ESC, but with a built-in beck. So no more external beck. The beck will be built inside, which will be great for those of you who do not know what type of battery you want. So the new ESC will work with 3S all the way to 12S. Nothing additional required. So great for those of you who want to upgrade your batteries after some time. The ESCs go up to 120 amps, I think. Gotta see which caps I put on there. Okay. So the ESC is not as heavy as the battery, so you do not need that much Velcro. Now, I'm gonna connect it to our power switch. And lastly, a very cool and very slim remote. This one I have marked dual, so I know it's going to be for a dual drive, because I do have a single drive and I do not want to get my remotes mixed in. So I'm going to connect the beck and now the receiver. Sorry, ESC. Now just a quick test before I put the finishing touches. Turn on my remote. Turn on the batteries. Oh, looks good. Quick initial test. That one's spinning good. They're both spinning the right way on the first try. Reverse also works well. Cool. Now that I know it all works, I'm gonna go ahead and put some tape on everything so it does not move around. All right. So I'm going to be using Gorilla Tape. This thing is very strong. It's almost like crazy glue. I'm going to do one strip for the power switch. Make sure that's placed securely on there. So for the receiver, we're gonna go ahead and put some double-sided mounting tape on there. Just a small little strip. something tiny just to hold it onto the board for now. It looks like a pretty good place just to place my LCD and power switch for now. Now on your builds, this is not recommended at all. This is not the proper way of mounting your electronics onto a board. In fact, it may be just quite dangerous mounting anything onto your board, but that goes without saying. I'm gonna go ahead and put electrical tape on this metal part right here. Put some more tape over by the ESC. Put a nice long strip right here. Just to make sure all of these wires don't move. Make sure the receiver is also safe in here. And some by these cables down here too. Do not want these cables moving at all. Just to be safe, I'm also gonna put another strip of tape right across. This is very heavy duty tape, so I already have some down there. I'm going to put it a little bit closer to the top. Seems good. Get it really close to the battery and the board. Do not want too much space when you're putting this tape. No wiggle room. Right. Now this excess tape, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut it off. And for the charging port, so you can see there is a little protective cover so nothing gets inside the charging port. No dust, no water. Alright. And I'm gonna cover some of these exposed areas with some more electrical tape. This is just temporary. I just want to try out a few runs without having to mount any actual cases onto this. All right, looks pretty good. Lift up the whole board. I'm gonna go ahead and power it up one more time. Sounds good.